talk politics and the actual necessity of politics. Voting. The general election's just 47 days away, and there are a lot of questions because things are very different this year because of the pandemic. So to try and help clear things up for you at home, we are joined this morning by Registrar Gloria, who runs the elections here in Clark County. Joe, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Joe, let's talk about just pure and simple the changes. What will voters get this year that is different than the previous elections, and how should they proceed as they're trying to take part in the election?
The biggest change as a result of AB4 is that all active registered voters will be receiving a mail ballot in the mail. The overseas ballots are going out this weekend, out of state the following weekend, and local ballots should drop on October 7th for local voters. Also, in-person voting will increase tremendously. We're going to increase to 35 early voting sites and 125 vote centers.
So the key is not only are voters getting the ballots in the mail, but if they want to go, they can vote in person.
Absolutely. We'll have plenty of opportunity for all voters to get out and vote. However, we do encourage them to make use of the mail ballot if they're concerned about mitigating in large groups.
Of course, it's for the coronavirus concerns. You know, we know that the state is currently being sued by the Trump administration over this mail-in ballot process. There are issues. A lot of voters are concerned about fraud, about the legitimacy of this kind of new process. What can you say to them to guarantee that their vote will be safe this year?
Integrity of the election process is our #1 priority. Although it's increased in the volume, mail ballots are not new to Nevada and Clark County. Our processes are solid. We are going to verify signatures to verify the identity. There's no reason why voters should feel that this election is in jeopardy. We feel very confident that we'll be able to support and uphold the integrity.
Just from personal experience, I remember when Washington State went to mail-in balloting, and that took years to sort of put in place. This is happening in months. I know the Secretary of State's office has worked hard to get things in line. How has that affected Clark County to sort of kind of do this on the fly almost?
I have to commend my staff. They did tremendous work in preparing in such a short period of time to introduce mail. We've got additional equipment, additional staff, and the Secretary of State and the federal government have been great about providing help. So we feel we're in a very good position to support this election.
Okay. There's a virtual town hall tonight where people can get their own questions answered. That's at 6 o'clock. You guys have it on Facebook. We're going to stream it as well on our Facebook page just so people can make sure they get all the information they need. I guess the final question is it too late for people to register? If people still want to take part in the general election, can they do it, and how should they do that?
No, not at all. In fact, they should get on that right away, especially if you've moved. We need to know your current address so you will receive your mail ballot. Mail ballots cannot be forwarded in the mail. So up until October 6th, you can get voter registration through the mail to us or come into our office in person. After that, you'll have to do it online.
All right. Joe Gloria, 47 days away from the general election. You have a lot of work to do. We'll talk with you as we get closer to Election Day as well. Thank you for trying to clarify this for some of the folks at home. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.